The teeth are often in better condition than yours, going back 75.
So what I'm taking from this video is I don't gotta brush my teeth no more. Yes, finally. Okay, I won't be brushing my teeth from now on, guys. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to YouTube channel. As you guys can tell by my room, I've been a little neat. I'm a little slob this whole week. I haven't done as many things as I wanted to do. I've been forgetting to shower a day or two, but I never really thought about it. How did ancient people shower without any soap? Well, that's what today's video is about. That's right, guys. Today we are watching how did ancient humans deal with hygiene. Now, this is what I want to figure out because I want to know how the hell they smelled and how they were around each other. That shit might give India a competition.
You woke up this morning and did something your ancestors could never have imagined. You turned a handle and warm, clean water appeared from nowhere.
I don't use hot water, I use cold water. So this doesn't apply to me. And the teeth, I brush my teeth. Okay, are you guys I brush my teeth after eating, or are you guys I brush my teeth before eating? Me, I gotta eat before I brush my teeth. That way I get everything off what I just ate, because I probably won't be touching food until like 4 or 5 p.m. So realistically, while the time I'm filming this video, it is like really early. So I haven't even brushed my teeth. And hey, this video is about hygiene. I'm gonna show you how hygienic I am.
You squeezed a tube and put a perfectly engineered paste on a plastic tool and cleaned each individual tooth. You stood under falling hot water for 10 minutes without thinking about it once.
But not in the morning though. But not in the morning. I am a night showerer. I like to keep this bed clean. I like to get all dirty in the morning. And then at night, whenever I'm about to rest, I shower because that's the best time to go to sleep. Yo, that should be putting me to sleep. I did shower yesterday night.
And then you probably still felt gross and needed coffee before you felt human.
I don't use coffee.
Now take all of that away. No handle, no tube, no falling water, no plastic anything.
That's kind of what I do every other day.
Whatever the weather is doing, and 30 other people who are all dealing with the exact same problem.
Actually,
this is what hygiene looked like for 300,000 years. And the answer to how ancient humans actually handled it is not what you expect. Let's start with teeth, because right now your mouth contains roughly 700 different species of bacteria. That number does not go down just because you brush. It just gets managed. Ancient humans had none of the tools we use. No toothbrush, no toothpaste, no...
Yo, it's like going alone, dude. Hello, right? You know what? You know what I want, right? Hey, how's it going? Yo, imagine smelling all that shit. Yo, that would make me pass out. You put a Victorian child with a British person, yo, okay, they about to pass out to that smell.
And yet, when archaeologists examine ancient human skulls, they find something genuinely surprising.
They were clean.
The teeth are often in better condition than yours.
What?
Not always, not perfectly, but meaningfully better in specific ways. A 2013 study published in Nature Genetics analyzed the bacteria preserved in ancient human teeth going back 75...
So what I'm taking from this video is I don't gotta brush my teeth no more. Yes, finally. Okay, I won't be brushing my teeth from now on, guys.
7,500 years, and found that the diversity of harmful bacteria in human mouths actually increased dramatically after the agricultural revolution.
See?
Before farming, ancient humans ate a wide variety of foods: roots, berries, meat, nuts, leaves, and the bacterial ecosystem in their mouths reflected that variety. After farming, when humans switched to grain-heavy diets full of refined carbohydrates, the specific bacteria that caused tooth decay exploded in numbers. In other words, ancient hunter-gatherers didn't have better dental hygiene, they had better food. The moment humans invented bread, they invented cavities. But they weren't completely doing nothing either.
Oh my god, that's why everybody's so bad. It was never the toothpaste. It was the food we was eating. Notice how whenever you drink anything sugar, your teeth start turning yellow. The same goes with coffee. This is why I never drink coffee. This is why I'll never stay with coffee. Whenever I drink a soda, I make sure it's once a week or at least twice a week. Like if I'm taking one on Wednesday or Monday, the next one gotta be until Friday or Saturday.
Archaeological evidence shows ancient humans used small sticks, specifically frayed at one end, to clean between their teeth.
Yo, I'm about to start
we found these tools at sites across Africa and the Middle East, going back hundreds of thousands of years. The chewing stick, made from trees like the neem or the miswak, contains natural antibacterial...
I've seen this on TikTok. I think they still make these today. Yeah, like you can find these. Apparently, yo, I be seeing them. They be having like white-ass teeth. That shit look Fire. That's why we gotta adapt. This is why I'm about to go over there and buy one. No more toothpaste, no more none of that. Just crazy breath, but good ass teeth.
Contains natural antibacterial compounds that actually do reduce harmful mouth bacteria.
Isn't that fascinating?
Modern studies have confirmed this. Some of them work nearly as well as a standard toothbrush. They didn't know the chemistry. They just noticed that certain sticks left their mouths feeling cleaner, and they kept using them. Now let's
imagine being the first one who had to use one of the branches from a different tree. Yo, guys, you guys gotta try this. Look at this. I'm all clean, and then their mouth is all just red. Their gums is just bleeding.
Now let's talk about something that is genuinely difficult to think about.
Okay.
Body odor.
Ooh.
Here is the uncomfortable truth.
Nah, I know Cleopatra was smelling crazy. Think about it. You in the desert, all hot and sweaty. Your bush and hairy armpits keeping that natural musk in there, combining it with the sweat. You just take a little smell. You breathe in. 3, 2, 1. You exhale. Yo. Oh, that shit would get me hard. Quick intermission. Sorry guys, but we are so close to
700
subscribers, and I really want to be able to reach it. So I thought, if we can get to 1,000 subscribers, I will shave my head. That's right, guys. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys subscribe. Anyways, back to the video.
You don't actually smell as bad as you think you do when you skip a shower.
See, that's what I'm
saying. The
saying.
thing that makes humans smell is not the sweat itself. Sweat is mostly water and salt. It is almost completely odorless. What makes you smell is when bacteria on your skin digest the compounds in your sweat and produce waste products as a result.
Oh, so they farting on me.
Respond.
Oh my god. Wait, but I don't smell that bad when I don't shower though. Somehow I'm clean. How is that possible? I mean, I do shower any other day, but I guess I am healthy. I've been taking care of myself. I guess I'm not as slob as I thought. I'm just lazy.
The bacteria responsible for the worst body odor live primarily in two places, your armpits and your groin, and they thrive in exactly the conditions that most people create by wearing the same clothes for days at a time in warm temperatures.
Oh yeah, I never wore the same clothes
Ancient humans who lived in much smaller groups and spent most of their time outdoors in moving air actually had a different relationship with their own smell.
Really?
They still smelled, but the bacterial balance on their skin was different. Modern research into communities who have never used soap or deodorant has found that their skin microbiome, the ecosystem of bacteria living on the surface of their bodies, is fundamentally different from ours.
Wait, so why do they say Asian people can't smell? Is it because they're outside more? They're getting more wind? Why is that? Because I heard that there's like a theory where it's like Asian people they don't have any odor. That's why they don't even apply any. Because they don't ever smell. I heard about something like that. I don't know if that's a myth. I don't know if that's true. But I'm jealous.
Not necessarily worse, just different. We have wiped out huge populations of bacteria from our skin through soap and modern hygiene. Some of those bacteria were actually doing useful things, protecting against pathogens.
See? This is why we gotta stop showering. Stop brushing your teeth. Stop showering. This is better for you than any product you can put on your hair. Because remember, everything will make your hair fall. But if you don't shower, your hair's gonna stay nice and healthy. And you can even style it without having to use any styles. Like, if your hair is really stiff, you can really put it up and it will stay up. That's why we gotta turn back to the primal times like the Liver King. We gotta start eating testicles, stop showering, and stop brushing our teeth.
Regulating skin pH, producing natural antimicrobials. And ancient humans understood something practical even without knowing the science. They used plants. Archaeological evidence from multiple sites shows ancient humans rubbing aromatic plants onto their skin. Mint, lavender, juniper, sage. Not for the smell, for the insect-repelling properties. But the effect was the same. They smelled like the forest, which, if you think about it, was not a bad way to smell in a world made entirely of forest. Hair is where it gets genuinely complicated. Your hair, if left completely alone, goes through something called the no-poo stage, a period of several weeks where your scalp overproduces oil because it has been conditioned by regular shampooing.
Oh my god, dude. I freaking hated that. Like, my hair, I used to use a shampoo. If I didn't shower once a day, my hair would be so freaking oily. Nowadays, I can be like this for like 2 to 3 days and then I have to shower. But it feels so nice switching shampoos. Yo, I was using a 3-in-1. Yo, gang, I started seeing my hair start falling every single time I was in the shower. I did that, so I had cancer. I had to drop that one. That's when I realized, do not ever use 8-in-1s shampoos ever, because look, that shit started taking my hairline away. That's why I had to switch it out.
Ancient humans never started the cycle that created the problem in the first place. Their scalps produced oil at a rate calibrated for a life lived without shampoo. They kept their hair manageable through combing. We found hair combs made of bone and wood at archaeological sites going back more than 10,000 years. They picked through each other's hair to remove lice and parasites, a behavior called social grooming that anthropologists believe was one of the primary bonding mechanisms of early human groups.
Can somebody groom me?
It wasn't just hygiene, it was connection. Robin Dunbar, the British anthropologist who developed the famous theory about the maximum size of human social groups, argues that grooming, physical, intimate contact between group members, was the original form of human social bonding before language became sophisticated enough to
imagine spitting game while you taking this girl's lice. So like, how's your day? Type shit, you know what I'm saying? You trying to go back to the cave? Type shit. Hold on, you got one right here. Type shit. You wanna eat it or me? I'm trying to get in that natural musk. I'm trying to see that bush. Let's see how that shit be moving. Oh, the backshot smell is gonna be crazy.
Sitting with someone and picking through their hair is an extraordinarily intimate act.
Just like sex.
It requires trust. It requires proximity. It requires time.
Yeah, baby, you like that?
Ancient humans did it for hours every single day. Not because they had nothing better to do, because it was one of the most important things they could do.
Yeah, they got these dudes like a dog. They got dude on the dog position. What? Nah, this dead has the sex of the day. We had threesomes. Gay. This one ain't got nobody. Yo, he getting cooked. Look at this. He watches his girl get braided by another man. Oh, nah. That's crazy, gang. I feel that. That shit hit that soul.
Water. This one is simple and it is not. Ancient humans were not afraid of water. They lived near it. They needed it. They washed in it. The idea that ancient humans never bathed is completely wrong and seems to come from a confusion between ancient hunter-gatherers and medieval Europeans, who are a completely different story.
Keep that shit over
ancient hunter-gatherers living near rivers and lakes washed regularly. The Hadza of Tanzania, one of the last true hunter-gatherer groups alive today, bathe in rivers and clean themselves with water as a normal part of daily life. What ancient humans didn't have was soap. The earliest evidence of soap production comes from ancient Babylon around 2800 BCE. Before that, people used alternatives. Sand worked as an abrasive. Ash mixed with water creates a mildly alkaline solution that cuts through grease. Clay draws oils out of skin when applied and rinsed. None of these are as effective as modern soap, but they are not nothing. And for a body that had never been exposed to the bacterial populations that modern soap is designed to fight, they were often enough. And then there's the part that nobody wants to talk about. But
okay, hold on. Before we get to that part, I got another question. So, if their bodies weren't made for the soap we use today, is our bodies made for the lifestyle they live today? For example, if that's how we were living like thousands of years ago or hundreds of years ago, how old it took, if we were to take that and try to reapply it in modern humans, would that still work? Or is that kind of like a, hey, it was a one and done thing, you know, the method is patched, you know, you can't use the same glitch once, you know, the game patched it, the developers, you know, they got rid of that glitch. Cause I'm kind of curious, because there's probably is, you know, tribes that do follow similar stuff to that. I don't think they use soap. I don't think they have soap. Like the ones that don't got any contact with modern humans, I wonder if they still follow that.
And then there's the part that nobody wants to talk about, but that everybody wonders about. Toilet habits. Ancient humans dealt with this the same way every other animal on Earth deals with it. They went outside, but they were smarter about it than that sounds. Multiple archaeological sites show evidence of what researchers call latrine areas, specific spots away from sleeping and eating areas that groups consistently used for waste. The Neanderthals, our closest relatives who lived alongside early humans for thousands of years, show evidence of this behavior at sites in Spain and France. This matters more than it sounds. Separating waste from living areas is one of the most important public health behaviors that exists. Most of the great plagues and epidemics of human history happened not because people were dirty in the modern sense, but because urbanization crammed thousands of people together without the space to maintain the distance between waste and water.
Imagine walking down and then you see somebody pooping, then you trying to get home and then they shit it all over your front porch. Oh my God, I hate that. I would not want to live in Europe.
Ancient hunter-gatherers, moving regularly and living in small groups, naturally avoided the sanitation catastrophes that would later kill millions of people in cities. They weren't more hygienic than medieval city dwellers because they were smarter. They were more hygienic because they never stopped moving. Here's what stays with me about all of this. For 300,000 years, humans kept themselves clean enough to survive, to thrive, to build cultures and relationships and languages and art without a single...
But we really gotta talk about that sex smell though. Ooh, imagine you gone back to the cave, you a family of 3, your children just came back, you know, they was having fun outside. They start, oh, what's that smell? Your parents over there already stinking up. Oh, oh, don't worry about us, honey. You gonna have a brother soon. Woo! That smell could tell you. You wouldn't need no pregnancy test. You're gonna smell the man and the female.
Without a single product, without a single
So why do
drop
we
of
use it
anything
now?
that came from a
Did
factory.
we become
And the
dependent
methods
on
they
them?
used, the chewing sticks, the aromatic plants, the social grooming, the latrine areas, the natural water sources, weren't primitive workarounds. They were solutions that worked. Some of them, like the antibacterial
They still
properties
here
of
around
miswak
here.
sticks, we are still studying today because
Yeah,
they
that's it.
genuinely hold up against modern alternatives. The morning routine you did today, the hot water, the engineered
showered
paste,
today.
the falling water from nowhere, is extraordinary. It is the result of thousands of years of accumulated knowledge and industrial development, but it is solving a problem that
Like, it's genuinely fascinating how every little thing that we have was made out of thousands of knowledge. For example, the camera. That's a thousand. Well, that's not a thousand. That's probably like hundreds of years of trying to get it right until we got it now. The lighting I'm using, the lighting. Hundreds of years of lighting. Maybe that one's thousands, because technically the sun counts as light. So thousands of years of light. The microphone, hundreds of years of mics. Keyboard, chair, the chair. Thousands of years of chairs just to finally get to a rolling chair, stuff like a bed. Like, that shit is genuinely fascinating. How every little thing we have in this world that we don't even think about has been through thousands of years of somebody's work. Somebody has been trying to get it right and they finally did it. Now we're here.
but it is solving a problem that for most of human history was solved by paying attention to the world around you,
Yep.
noticing which stick leaves your mouth feeling cleaner, noticing which plant keeps the insects away, noticing where to go and where not to go. Your ancestors weren't dirty, they were just working with different tools.
Yeah.
And some of those tools, it turns out, were better than we gave them credit for.
See, this is why you can never beat the OG. You know what I'm saying? We can never beat the OG. Now, that is the end of the video. You guys let me know if you guys are a morning shower or a night shower. And if you guys brush your teeth before eating or after eating. You know what I'm saying? I'm very curious about my viewers or anybody that's watching this video's hygiene. I hope you stay hygienic. You know what I'm saying? And hey, let me know if you're also willing to try their lifestyle in modern times. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed and you guys want to see me go down more like stuff like this, because I find all these very interesting, make sure you guys like and subscribe so you don't miss out and you join my very hygienic group of people. You know what I'm saying? If we were back in camp in 2000 BE, these are the people I'm making sure they're the cleanest and always keeping themselves together. You know, that intimacy, hair braiding, I guarantee you nobody's getting cucked because of that. You know what I'm saying? All these people, we're the supermodels, we are the good looking, and hey, just by subscribing, you become one of them. So go ahead and subscribe. Without further ado, I'm gonna go check my natural smell, because I gotta go brush these teeth. Anyways, goodbye.